Hi, I'm Andrew and I study health sciences.
And I'm Emma. Welcome to Let's Talk About It. Starting uni is a big deal. It's tough even without the extra hurdles like having a disability, being first in your family, or being new to Perth.
But feeling different from your peers isn't something to hide. So let's talk about it.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so excited to get to know you a little bit better.
Likewise.
So Andrew, I hear that you've moved from up north. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Living in Tom Price, small town in the Pilbara, it's such a small community in which I think was really rich. Like everyone was there, everyone was cheering me on like, yeah, go Andrew, yeah, don't go into mines, kick on to uni, keep going for it. I started my uni career about February, so been pretty good thus far, honestly.
That's so amazing. I can imagine that it'd be really different from Tom Price to here. How have you been finding that?
The best way I could describe it is a rude awakening at first,
Yeah.
I will admit. I just felt like I was landed on planet Mars, really. You know, I didn't feel like this was real. I did find the first couple of weeks challenging, but I talked to people who supported me. Shout out to the family. There was Curtin support, you know, over there at Building 101. And I was like, I've made it through this first semester, like, you know, barely holding on thus far. I just let my worries known onto those guys and they just really looked at me and they were just like, well, we're here to support you.
Do you remember what team you actually reached out to get that support in Building 101?
Yeah, so it was the Curtin Wellbeing team.
Amazing.
They helped me out with adjusting, saying, look, you could join clubs, see if you can get study groups set up. And eventually, at the start of second semester, I was putting a lot more of that stuff in action and I found it to be quite helpful.
Before we get started, I do have a super serious question I do need to ask you.
Ooh.
No, it's very serious. So, Are you ready? What's your favourite TV show?
It's gonna be Dr. House. I love Dr. House.
Well done.
I really do.
So, Andrew, what motivated you to study health sciences here?
Well, I have a lot of role models in my life who have helped others using science. And I know it's naive, but I just want to help people by getting rid of sickness and pain from this world. Originally, I wanted to be a surgeon. As I grew up, I realized like, oh, that's pretty full on. Yeah, okay. So health sciences, that was the one for me.
I was exactly the same. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, but I got to find my passion through experience. And I can imagine that's what you're going through now. You're trying different units, you're trying different subjects, but within that realm of health science that you know that you're really passionate and interested.
Correct, yeah.
I'd love to know what has been your highlight so far?
2 words, it's UniPASS, if I'm being real with you.
Really? Gosh, okay, tell me more.
I found UniPASS to be that, I guess that nice third space, right? Where we're learning together, but I just talk to my guys and gals all about stuff. Of course, we did do the work. But we also had a lot of good time talking with each other, so it was great.
So before starting uni, did you have any fears or any worries?
The biggest fear and worry was the fact that since I was moving away from up north and my family were going to remain there, now I'm going to have to get a new job. A lot of people were like, oh, at uni, you gotta behave yourself like you're a high society citizen. It's like almost like wearing the top hat, a tie, and the tuxedo
Super
and all
posh.
that. Yeah, it's like, oh, good afternoon, sir, in like British accents or something. So it was actually pretty cool to see that uni was more of a academic area where you could express yourself. People are here because they want to be. A lot more academic minds and a lot more collaboration is what I like, you know.
Like-minded people.
Yeah, that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah. So, well, thank you so much for joining me for a coffee today.
My pleasure, seriously.
Before we wrap up, I do want to move into our Words of Wisdom segment. So if you had one tip for a student who is moving to Perth from a regional area just like you did, what would that be?
Coming from regional to Perth, it feels very easy to feel way out of my league, but trust me, you're not. Just please keep putting that persistence in. Your guys in town or where you're from, they're still with you. They still know your name. This is just a new adventure, so treat it like one. Just keep trying, keep being persistent, and that's it. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of Let's Talk About It.
Make sure you subscribe to Curtin Life to stay in the loop.
Bye.